today we are going to talk about some November seasonal living favorites. And if you're new to Paper and Glam, first of all, I'm Lisamarie and I'm so excited that you're here. We at Paper and Glam are all about seasonal living, so we as a community live by these seasonal living lists. And today we're going to walk through my favorite things for November and hopefully give you some ideas to really savor the season of both the end of fall and the month of November. And to that end, we actually just got our 2019 seasonal living lists here in stock. They are open for pre-order, and I would love to send home a full year of seasonal living for 2019. We're going to go through them one by one and get you really excited for a glam new year at the end of the video. But I wanted to show them to you because I just can't wait, and it kind of gives you an idea of what you will see every month, both from us at Paper and Glam from a content perspective, and then also from kind of a planning perspective too. So let's start to walk through our current month of seasonal living, November, and all the fun things and fun ways we can celebrate. Well, maybe not all of them, but the ones that I've thought of and the ones that we traditionally celebrate here in the Paper and Glam community. Done so already, you might want to go grab your November seasonal living list or download it online. I will link it below and you can follow along with us because I'm going to be going right down the list. The first item on our November seasonal living list is a berry mani-pedi. Adding a little seasonal color to your nails is a fun reminder to live in the moment and really take the season a day at a time. If you're like me, you can rush ahead and just feel like you're ticking down a to-do list. And if you're already in that mindset, then a seasonal to-do list is the best to-do list to be ticking down. But also it just helps me to remember that I also want to make seasonal memories, and a mani-pedi is something that I'm usually already doing. So with that, I would love to share my favorite berry colors for November. So I actually already got my berry mani-pedi, but it turned out a little bit darker than I would typically prefer. It looks almost black in person. And I normally have all of my seasonal colors here at Glam HQ, so I can take them with me to my mani-pedi appointment, but I don't have berry, and I actually don't have red either for next month, because these tend to be the most ubiquitous colors. I found you go in to get your nails done, and it's like a sea of reds and berries, so I usually don't need my own, but this year I really needed my own. There wasn't many reds and berries, so these are my picks. The first one is called Plum and Dun, and it's just a perfect, really pretty plum color. And the second one is one that I've been wearing for many years. I've been wearing this for the past 3 or 4 years because my salon just kept it in stock. Well, I guess 3 years, as long as I've lived in LA. And it is called You're So Elf-Centered, and it was from the Gelish Holiday Collection. And if you're new to gel polish, it is a brand of nail polish that I really like because it's gel color, so it lasts me the whole month, and they just have really beautiful, really saturated seasonal colors. So You're So Elf-Centered was from their Christmas collection a few years ago, and I've just absolutely loved it. So this is their updated bottle. They have discontinued it, so I wanted to get my favorite, which you can still get on Amazon, which I just did, and I'll link it down below, and then one that may be a good option for the new year. And I also added a third one, and it's not quite here yet, but it's called Berry Merry Holidays. So with a name like that, and it's got some glitter in it, I just absolutely had to have it. Along the same lines as a mani-pedi, it's also fun to add some seasonal lip color. So my favorite November lip glosses or lipsticks are the one that I'm wearing, which is L'Oreal Everlasting Plum. This is my favorite all-time color. I just keep coming back to this color, and it lasts and lasts. And every Thanksgiving, my great aunt says, how do you get your lipstick to last like that? Because, I've just eaten a Thanksgiving dinner and it still looks great. So this color, it comes in this brand and this line within L'Oreal. It comes in so many great colors, and I'm kind of collecting them all because it will last you all day. And then we have a fun YSL color. It is number 19, and it's a lighter berry. So if you're maybe not into like the darker colors, or you feel like they kind of age you, which is something you guys have told me when I wear this color, totally feel you. This is another option for a little bit lighter. And then lastly, we have MAC Girl About Town. You might have seen this in the September seasonal living favorites video, and this I stick in there because it's the perfect fall color and it works on every skin tone. I have been forcing this color on all of my friends for years of many different skin tones, and it becomes their favorite. Next on our seasonal living list is Take Joy in Harvest Floral. So I love switching out my flowers in my home for some seasonal colors. So you'll see on my right, I have some deep orange roses. They are gorgeous. And since this is our first Thanksgiving video, I forgot to welcome you guys to the Thanksgiving pumpkin patch. Oh my goodness. Well, let's do it now. Welcome to the 2018 Glam Pumpkin Patch. It is a Thanksgiving theme right now. You guys feel free to rename this. We were brainstorming on Instagram what the new filming backdrop should be named, because I guess we're technically past pumpkin patch season, but we need a new name. The Harvest Table was a fun one. Thank you, Julianne. So I also need to introduce you to the mascot for the November season. This is Chuck Bass, the turkey. He is our mascot because I got him when I used to work at Z Gallery circa like 2009 and 10, and I was loving the Gossip Girl Thanksgiving episodes. And you guys know Chuck Bass is like a notorious Gossip Girl character, and they have the best Thanksgiving episodes. So if you would also like a little seasonal Netflixing, the Thanksgiving episodes are second to none of Gossip Girl. All right, back to our list. Harvest home decor. So we're going to be doing a Thanksgiving home tour. If you saw the October home tour, the Glamoween home tour, or the fall home tour, it's going to be along those same lines, and that will be coming up for you in the next week or so. Next we have Sip, Pumpkin, Tea, and Read. So we have the 2019 Paper and Glam Book Club releasing this month, and one of the things that we like to take time to do in our community is sit down with a book and read. So I thought that it'd be fun to give you two titles that are my favorites for November. My favorite November book is Bread and Wine by Shauna Niequist. I always mispronounce her name. She is my all-time favorite writer. I did talk about her book Cold Tangerines in the September video, and she just has the best seasonal imagery. And this book is all about gathering around the table and really what that means and how far that tradition goes back, of course, to the beginning of time, and just how powerful a ceremony in everyday life that can be. And since Thanksgiving is all about gathering around the table, this is the perfect read for this season. And it actually ties in really nicely with our November Paper and Glam Book Club read, which is Hemingways' A Moveable Feast. I've been saving this book for the Paper and Glam Book Club for a year when Shauna does not have a book coming out, because he is the author that has inspired her writing the most. And as I am reading this book, I can see that inspiration. So I know a lot of you are Shauna fans, and if you are, then you're gonna love this book too. It's already gonna be in like my canon. It's already in my top 10 favorite books. It's so, so good, and I'm savoring every line. We will be meeting November 29th to discuss A Moveable Feast over on the Paper and Glam Book Club channel. It'll be at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern, and we actually have a Hemingway scholar joining us who has studied a lot of the original manuscripts of F. Scott Fitzgerald and Ernest Hemingway, and I just can't wait to hear all of his insights on this incredible book. So while you're sipping your tea and reading, I thought I would give you my favorite tea for November. So we've done a lot of pumpkin and fall stuff in the September and October seasonal living favorites list. And videos. So my favorite November is actually not quite pumpkin. It is Glitter and Gold by David's Tea. It's a loose leaf tea. I put it in this tin from David's that is November berry because why not? And it is just the best black tea, and it kind of sparkles. I'll read the seasonal description. Looking for a little star power? Try this sweet spiced black tea filled with pretty little gold star shaped sprinkles. It's just festive. The next tea that I really like is the David's Mulled Wine Tea. One of the seasonal living celebrations on November, I'm skipping ahead a little bit since this fits with tea, is Simmer Mulled Wine. And I absolutely love mulled wine. I'm from Napa, so I have a little bit of wino in my blood. But if wine is not your jam, this is a great opportunity to sub out for tea, and it's one of David's best sellers, and I just love this cute little tin. So for mulling spices, for making your mulled wine, you cannot beat not David's Tea, just kidding, you cannot beat Williams Sonoma. They make the best mulling spices, and they come in cute little pouches, so the cleanup's really easy. Before, they didn't used to come in pouches, and it was a cleaning disaster, because you would throw them into your crock pot, and then you'd have to strain it before you served it, and this just takes that out of the picture. So I love that they have updated their mulling spices to have these little bags a couple years ago, and they're still my favorite. While you're sipping your pumpkin tea, you may want to make some pumpkin pancakes. That is also on our list. So I love the Trader Joe's gluten-free pumpkin pancakes. I like to choose gluten-free options when possible, and theirs are delicious. They also have a regular one if you don't want to go the gluten-free route. And this has been a tradition in our house to make pumpkin pancakes in the fall, and it's just like a lazy weekend, making pancakes, reading your books. Is there anything better? One celebration on our November list that I could use your help understanding a good way to celebrate Veterans Day. I, of course, have many veterans in my family. Most of them have passed, but I would love to know how you tangibly celebrate Veterans Day. I don't have anything cute to show you. Veterans Day is not a cute holiday by any means. It's a memorial holiday. So I'd love to hear your thoughts on that. And those of you who are serving, thank you so much for your service. Next, we're on to Thanksgiving Day. I'm a huge Peanuts fan. You may see the little Charlie Brown Thanksgiving book here on my right, and I've been watching the Charlie Brown Thanksgiving special since I was a kid. I have it on DVD. My mom also loves the Peanuts because she grew up watching it too, so it's something that we bond over, and my whole family just loves to watch this movie, the Thanksgiving Eve or the Christmas Eve for the Christmas one. They also have a Valentine's one and an Easter one, and I just love some seasonal cartoons, you know? Is there anything more iconic than that Peanuts ice skating scene where they're just like skating around, and the scene where Snoopy is like sharpening the knives on Thanksgiving? Oh, I just love it. The next thing on our seasonal living list is Espresso Day. So I almost said Coffee Day, which is in September. So Espresso Day is who doesn't love their holiday lattes the day after Thanksgiving? But I'm going to talk about coffee. I do a lot of coffee in my house. You guys know I'm a coffee junkie. It's my joy. So one of my favorite Thanksgiving coffees is the Pumpkin Pie by Paramount Coffee Roasters. This is the OG, which means the original glam, or the original in the paper glam community. You'll hear me say that a lot, and I forget that it's an acronym. So how festive is this coffee bag? You can grab it on Amazon, and this is what I've been brewing for the past maybe 5 years during November and during the Thanksgiving season. But I recently discovered a new coffee company thanks to the amazing Ashley, who left it in the comments for me on the fall seasonal living favorites video. So I just got a new Bones order, and lately I haven't been going a video without gushing about Bones. And I know so many of you have placed orders and are just loving it too. So take a minute and let me know how you're loving your Bones order. Let me know what your favorite flavors are. This is your first seasonal living video of the fall. Quick spiel. So they do these amazing cute little sample bags where you get to choose 5 flavors, and they come with about maybe 4 cups of coffee worth of, or 4 mornings, maybe like 3-4 cups of coffee a morning worth of grounds, and you get to just try all their amazing festive flavors. And they just released their Christmas flavors too. So I will share with you my latest Bones haul. The first one I chose this month was a maple bacon. I tried to choose seasonal flavors, but there's not too many that are like specific to Thanksgiving. So I thought maple was kind of a very fall festive flavor. So I'll read you their fabulous seasonal description. What's your favorite way to start the day? Savory maple bacon. Check. Fresh, delicious coffee? Check. But what if you could have them at the same time just by brewing some coffee? To make that possible, we combined one of the greatest flavors of all time with our popular medium roast coffee. The result is a slightly sweet and extremely smooth flavor that will transport you to your happy place. I haven't tried this one yet, but I did do the K-Cup, and it was delicious, and all of their coffees have such great reviews. You really can't go wrong. The next one is a little bit of a wild card. I added it to my cart because I needed a 5th. I wasn't sure which one to get. And I threw in this Highland Grog from a recommendation from Caitlin in our seasonal living group. She said she loves this one. And you might be like, what's Highland Grog? So let me read the description. Put on your kilt and break out the bagpipes for a truly exceptional cup of coffee. Spiced rum flavor with notes of butterscotch and caramel will have your inner Highlander gleaming with joy. So I was like, what's a Highlander? And I know there's a lot of media around this, but From what I understand, and feel free to correct me if I'm wrong, it's someone who lives in the Scottish Highlands traditionally, and it's like just this really caramely flavor, and I would say it's pretty darn festive. The next one is Smores Time. This is one of their special fall releases. Well, I guess I shouldn't make assumptions. They released it in August, so it's a new flavor. I don't know if it's part of the fall collection actually, or if it's just new for that they released in August. Those of you that have been Bones aficionados for longer than I can let us know. And this one is s'mores are the go-to campfire snack. A starry night in the woods, hanging around the fire with some friends and telling spooky stories. It doesn't get any better than that. Our Smores Time captures that feeling and puts it in your coffee. Medium roast, 100% Arabica beans are infused with chocolate and toasted marshmallow flavor with a hint of sweet graham. So I haven't tried this one for a review, but one of my friends ordered it and she loved it. And I just could not wait until next August when we celebrate S'mores Day to try this one. Fourth out of my 5 is blueberry. We have blueberry season in July, and it's one of the things on the July seasonal living list, but I didn't want to wait till July to try their blueberry flavor. I'm a big fan of blueberries. And this description says, at Bones Coffee Company, we are on a mission to create the best possible blueberry flavor for our customers. Blueberry is the delicious result of the fruits of our labor. Our popular medium roast Arabica beans are infused with fresh blueberry flavor and a hint of cream, creating a sweet and savory experience like none other. Last but not least is the French toast. So I'm a big fan of French toast, and I have to say, you guys, I did not care for this flavor, but again, it's really highly reviewed, so don't let me stop you from ordering it, but it wasn't for me. The description says, coffee and French toast, what better combination to start your day? Now you can do both by simply brewing your morning cup of joe. Our French toast is a medium roast blend with a sweet, buttery toast aroma. Subtle hits of maple, syrup, vanilla bean, and a pinch of cinnamon that's smooth and savory until the last drop. So that is the end of our Bones promo. This is not sponsored by any means, but I do have a $5 off coupon down below. And if you guys have been hanging out on the planning group, you know I have been glamming so hard and can use all of the coffee I can get. Plus, I need to order that holiday bundle too. So that concludes the Thanksgiving and November seasonal things, but I do have some not so seasonal, kind of just like random glammy things that I discovered this month that I thought you guys might enjoy, so I want to share those with you. The first is I got a pair of new shoes. I would like to shout out Ray in our community. She posted these fabulous shoes from Target, and I had to have them. Here in LA, we either don't get the fun glammy things in our Target, or it's so picked over that I just miss it. So I rely on you guys to share all of the cool Target finds. I found Hocus Pocus pumpkins that one of you guys shared in the seasonal living group, and I had to buy them off eBay because our Target just does not have them. And I got them after Halloween, if you're wondering why you didn't see those in the tour, but next year. So drum roll, let me show you my new shoes. Clearly, I had to have these. How cute are these? And I think they're only like $25. So Sweet Ray has some stickers coming home to her because she is such a queen for finding me these shoes. And I also got some new seasonal socks. I was so excited when a member of Team Glam, Chelsea, she's my daily angel here with me. She's the one who has to endure my type awesomeness day in and day out. She wears the cutest little socks every day, and I was like, need. So I ordered these from Forever 21, and like they're all things on our seasonal living list. And since we were gonna do a preview of the 2019 seasonal living list, I thought it'd be fun to go through them and be like, name that seasonal celebration, name that month with the sock. That probably didn't make sense, but hold on, it will. All right, the first ones have avocados. And what month is that? It is October. We celebrate Guacamole Day. Clearly I need to be wearing avocado socks to celebrate that holiday. Donuts. What month do we celebrate Donut Day? June is Donut Day. It's the first Friday in June every year. Heart-shaped pizzas. If you have seen any of our Valentine collection, then you've seen, like this year, last year, then you've seen heart pizzas. And how cute are these? Pizza Day is February 9th, and since it's right before Valentine's Day, of course we gotta get our heart pizzas. And sidebar, I've been leaking lots of sneak peeks of our new Valentine collection. It is finished, and it is so darn cute, and we will be releasing it December 1st, nice and early. French fries. We celebrate French Fry Day in July. This is just like American classic, right? Tacos. We have Taco Day in October, and I mean, every Tuesday is Taco Day. Mean Girls socks. Oh, Mean Girls Burn Book socks. We celebrate Mean Girls Day on October 3rd. Burgers. We celebrate Burger Day in May. It's the 27th of May. And then we have our turkeys, and we all know when Thanksgiving is, and they were even November berry. How fabulous is that? Our little glam besties, also known as our doggies and kitties, might want to get into seasonal living. So Sunday is a big fan. Whenever I get out the bins for the month, so I have, a lot of you have asked, actually, really quick tangent. We like to decorate every month in the paper and glam community. A lot of us love to just freshen up our homes a little bit, and lots of you who are getting started ask, how do I store everything? So I have a big seasonal tub and a couple for Christmas and a couple for fall that has just all of my decor in it, and when I open them, Sunday goes crazy and she immediately starts looking for her toys because she knows there's stuff in there for her, and she's very high engagement. I have to keep her busy like a kiddo, so she has new toys and it's like the greatest day of her month. So she has November toys, she has pumpkin pie, and then she also has a turkey sandwich. Like, how cute is that? Like the leftover turkey sandwich. I just think it's adorable, and she looks too cute playing with it, and I'm sure your dogs would too. So these are from BarkBox, and we do have a coupon for, I think it's you get a free BarkBox and Sunday gets a free BarkBox, but you can also just grab their toys like in the store, which is what I've started doing because Sunday destroys them and I just replace them because she loves them so much. But these have been going for like 3 Thanksgivings, and if your dog's a destroyer and they kind of just like rip through toys, they also have a line of toys for those doggies too. Circling back to a few home decor items, I have these apothecary jars in my kitchen that I like to fill up with different seasonal treats. So for November, I found these candy corn footballs. I thought this was perfect because November is like so much about watching football, and also that iconic Charlie Brown scene where Lucy pulls up the football right where he's about to kick it. I just thought this was a perfect little reminder of that. Very reminiscent of that little scene, and I think they're gonna look really fun in my apothecary jars, and you guys will see them in the Thanksgiving home tour. Since we all are constantly doing our dishes and washing our hands, especially in the winter when we're home more and want to protect against those colds, I like to do some seasonal soaps. So I have seasonal dish soap and seasonal hand soap. These are from Sur La Table, just like the pumpkin spice ones you guys saw in September. I've used all of those, and these are Harvest Autumn. And I actually haven't smelled this since last November, so let's see what it smells like. Ooh, it smells like cranberry. I like it. I also noticed Myer's totally upped their seasonal game and released all these new fun flavors since, like mum, so that's an option. And I have been getting so much of my seasonal soap from, and like all seasonal stuff that's like home stuff, like cleaning stuff, from Grove Collaborative. They're an amazing B Corp that is all about non-toxic, sustainable home supplies. So they're working to eliminate like single-use plastics, and it's really important for me to have a non-toxic home, and I'm sure that's becoming more important to you too, as we all kind of become more aware of like the stuff that we bring into our house. So if you're looking for a way to kind of get into seasonal stuff and non-toxic home supplies, I can't recommend Grove Collaborative more. It's definitely where I'll be getting all of my seasonal soap from this point forward. They also release the seasonal flavors or scents. I keep doing that. The seasonal scents really early, so you can get them for actually less than they have them at Target, and they are, well, I should say Target in LA. You guys might have different pricing than we do. So they're less and they're early, and it's just, we have like counter sprays here at Glam HQ, and it's also a fun way to make cleaning a little more festive. I also got a couple new candles, and if you're wondering, yes, I have burned all of the candles pretty much from the fall candle haul, or they went home with Glam Mom. So the first one is this Gorge Thankful candle. I just love how simple the label is, and I know Glam Mom's gonna love it. It is the Thankful scent, which is Sweet Cinnamon Pumpkin, which is another scent that I just love. I think this is my 4th or 5th Sweet Cinnamon Pumpkin candle this fall. And then this is a new scent for me. It is Autumn Trail. Ooh, this might be a bit of a mandel, which is kind of like a manly scent. It is the Evening Air, Woodland Moss, warm black pepper, and white amber. If you guys have tried this one, you have to let me know if you like it. I thought it was a good transitional candle for, you know, kind of like right in between Christmas and Thanksgiving. Plaid. It's like I want to wear all my plaid in between like that little time towards the end of November and like the beginning of December. I had to get a new little something for my planner, and I got this adorable pumpkin spice latte clip from a member of our community here at Paper and Glam, Emily. She has been with me since the very beginning, and she's Team Digital, and she just makes these cute seasonal planner clips. I have some for every month, and I've been adding to my collection for 3 years, I think now, and she just came out with a Christmas coffee one, and it's just really important to me to support other small business owners and women in business. We usually have a seasonal spa night on our seasonal living list about 5 times a month, or a year, excuse me. We do something with a bubble bath or a spa night because I think it's really important to have things on your seasonal living list that aren't about doing, it's about stopping. So I found this adorable turkey bath bomb at Marshall's, and you guys actually told me you'd been snagging some bath bombs there, and so I took a little peek, and let's see, it is Autumn Spice. Let's see if it has any other seasonal descriptors. No, just a fun turkey. And then I am all about KBeauty, so I love to do a face mask on my seasonal spa night. So I was like, what face mask is seasonal? And I love this red wine one. One of my friends, he owns a company that's all about skincare that like you'll actually notice a difference. And if you're like me, I just want to preserve my little face and not have sun damage and, you know, just like the skin damage that we can get from just our everyday environment. So this kind of reverses those effects, and you'll really notice a difference. So I love the Tony Moly brand. It's like been trusted in skincare for the longest, and this one seemed extra festive. And if you guys ever want to know more about KBeauty, it's like my favorite little obsession. I could gush about it for the longest. This is a quick little throwback. A lot of you guys found me in 2014 when I showed how to use my planner for the first time, and I had cut out a bunch of skincare stuff. And I was telling you that I had the hardest time finding skincare stuff that I felt like actually worked, and I was just like always trying new moisturizers, and a lot of you have like referenced that video to this day, which I just love. So since then, I've discovered KBeauty, and it's just made all the difference to my skin. And especially back then in 2014, I was living in Denver, which is a bit of more of a harsher climate, and my skin was just really not happy in about 3 months of winter deep. So it's been a bit of a skincare journey, but that is a video for another day. Next, we're gonna get into the Christmas seasonal living. So the first non-Thanksgiving celebration is create a holiday playlist. So on Spotify, I have made festive playlists, and I have a Glam Christmas playlist. I'll link below. You can hear my favorite Christmas songs, and I'd love to hear yours. I'm obsessed with Kenny G during the holidays, so you hear a lot of that. I also like that it doesn't have words because it doesn't break my concentration. So I just grew up with Glam Mom playing that constantly, and it is just something that's embedded in my childhood memories, and it's hard to find for me like good Christmas music that doesn't have words, that's not like Trans-Siberian Orchestra, which I also totally love, but it can get a little intense. This is just like soothing, and you can listen to it at 5 in the morning, and it's just like easing you into your day while the tree sparkles and you're drinking your coffee, and so ready for a glam Christmas. So the next one is Christmas shopping, and I'm sure you guys have lots of ideas for gifts, and then take joy in Christmas floral, and then light Christmas candles. So we are gonna do our Christmas candle haul very soon. We have all the candles. They actually just arrived before we started filming. So if you saw the fall haul, you saw we got about 20 fall candles, and we lit them all up at one time, and it is just great fun. So that's coming up. And then we have a couple more: Christmas home decor and trim the tree. So I've been getting lots of emails and comments asking, is it too early to start decorating for Christmas? So I would love to tell you my thoughts on that. Of course, I never want to tell you how to live in your own home, but I'll tell you how I do it, and you can tell me if that resonates with you. So for me as a Christian, I really like to keep Christmas in the month of December, and specifically within the season of Advent. So we have a Paper and Glam Bible study called God and Glam that we're going to be kicking off here in a couple weeks. And if you are new to Paper and Glam, under the New to Paper and Glam playlist is the God and Glam Bible study for this year. It's very similar this year. It'll be very similar next year because it follows the liturgical year, and that has been in effect since basically the beginning of the church. And if you'd like to read along with us this year, I'd be so honored. It's going to be such an amazing year of reading seasonally together and reading the Bible seasonally like the church has been doing for centuries, and to tie that back to decorating for Christmas. So the Christian New Year starts December 2nd this year. I was just looking at next year, so now I'm doubting myself. I think it's the 1st next year and the 2nd this year, and that's when we will be restarting God and Glam together. And Advent is the church's traditional time of preparing to celebrate the birth of Christ and celebrate Christmas. So when Advent begins, it's really when we start preparing our homes and our hearts, well, I guess our hearts and then our homes and our lives on a whole for Christmas. And I like to keep the Advent season just a really special and specific season. And there's a few reasons for that. One is, of course I want it to just feel really special. And I find that when I start decorating early, by like the 26th, I am done with the tree. I'm like done with Christmas. I'm like, that's a wrap. And it just doesn't quite have that same specialness. So I like to keep it the 4 weeks of Advent, and that really creates a really beautiful rhythm and tradition for me in my home and also in my family. So that's why I choose to wait until after Thanksgiving, or I start the weekend after Thanksgiving, which is also almost always the first weekend of Advent. Thanksgiving's really early this year, so we've got a week buffer there in between from the Thanksgiving celebration to the start of Advent, but it creates a nice space and a nice piece of margin for your holiday season. I don't like to feel like I'm rushing ahead and racing ahead, and if you guys have been with me a while, then you know that I struggle with that, and I always say those who can't coach, and so anything I can do to slow myself down and try to kind of get off the Hallmark roller coaster, I do. And yeah, that's kind of my thoughts on decorating, and I would love to hear, yours, and if that works for you, if it doesn't work for you, and why. We're kind of all about dialogue and learning together in this community. We have a Paper and Glam Seasonal Living Facebook group, and that group is dedicated to all things seasonal living, as you might guess, and we just chat about this stuff all the time. Kathy and I in our group have been talking about, she doesn't celebrate Halloween, so we were talking about like ways to freshen up her home, even though fall might be kind of a long season with the same decor, and she came up with like a Thanksgiving tree, and it's so cute. And just seeing all your ideas and seeing all the creativity is such a blessing. So with that, that's a wrap for November Seasonal Living Favorites. I hope it was fun and inspiring, and we're gonna do a little bit of housekeeping. So we are glamming so hard here, and it is kind of our peak period. So we are packing like little elves, getting all of the Glam New Year and Glam Christmas goods in their hot pink envelopes and on the way home to you. So with that said, we have really high order and email volume right now. So if I owe you an email or I owe you an order, I just want to thank you in advance for your patience. It is not for lack of just going at full speed. So many of you have been joining the Paper and Glam community in time to start God and Glam, or in time to start the new year, and time for Christmas, and I'm so excited about that. And if you have questions, we have a Paper and Glam planning group that is so great about getting new gals connected. I have tons of emails from you guys with questions that I just can't wait to answer. But if you're waiting on an email from me or from Team Glam, you might want to post your question in the Paper and Glam planning group, or the Seasonal Living group, or the God and Glam group, or the book club, depending on what your question relates to. And we just have the most amazing gals who are so good at getting new sisters connected and answering questions, and lots of them have been with me since the very beginning. So it's such a great resource and just such a beautiful community to be a part of. So if you don't have Facebook, I totally get it, and I can't wait to email you and chit chat. But as we get into the holidays, things get a little crazy, so I don't want anyone to think we're not glamming so hard. We are, and we're gonna get everyone their hot pink mailers for a Glam New Year. So with that, that is a wrap. Thank you guys so much for hanging with me for November Seasonal Living Favorites. I'd love to hear your November Seasonal Living Favorites in the comments. I love learning from you guys. And if you'd stop to give this video a thumbs up, I would so appreciate it. We put so much heart and so much time and love into each of these videos, and I hope that that comes across, and I hope that you spent this piece of your day with me and you're just feeling inspired and joyful, because that's what it's all about. Until next time, sisters. Here's a quick first look at the 2019 seasonal living list. So this is January, and look how cute these Ugg boots are. Ugg boots inspired stickers are all over our January and winter collection, and we have so much to celebrate in January. And then we have our February lists with our Valentine coffee and lots more seasonal celebrations. And then we move to March. We have the beginning of spring and Mardi Gras, and spoiler alert, we have the cutest Mardi Gras stickers for this year. You guys are gonna just love them. And then April, this year's Glam Easter basket has books in it. I mean, how cute are these? And sidebar, these are also printed in our Glam planners too. So if you are using a Glam planner for 2019, you'll have these printed in your planner. And then you can use these for whatever you'd like, whether you'd like them for like bookmarks or frame them or just have them around or put them on your dashboard. Lots of options. And then May, we have a cute little champagne brunch here, and apricot season and wine day, and lots to look forward to in May. June, here's our donut day illustration and hot pink manis and all the fun glammy summer things. July, we have a glamping theme for July. We're also working on a glamping weekly kit for July. So we have fireworks going over this tent. August, our signature month, we have watermelon day, and so we have this big old bowl of watermelon and lots of kind of just signature celebrations. So we call those like non-seasonal. We call signature things in the shop and just in Paper and Glam, like, you know, non-seasonal, just like fun girly things like watermelon and photos and magazines. And then September, then we start our fall seasonal living full circle all over again. How cute is this truck? If y'all used the Glam Pumpkin Patch kit, then that truck looks very familiar, except we changed it to teal from pink. And then we have October, and you're getting a little sneak peek at next year's Hocus Pocus kit. I know, we just finished Halloween, but we plan ahead. We're planners in this community. And then we have November, so this is next year's list, and it's very similar to this year's list. We don't change things too much, although we did go from 17 celebrations down to 16, just to make it a little more manageable, and because I wanted to work a double box sticker into our full box November stickers in our monthly planner kits. And then full circle to December. And that is the end of our 2019 seasonal living sneak peek. We'll be talking lots of all the December glammy things in the videos to come.